Okay, so um, I didn't know that there was a twist. I didn't know it was Odin. Okay, well, I kind of basically said it. Okay, the twist is pretty much um, Tyr ends up not being Tyr at all. Atreus comes back. Well, what was he doing? Atreus comes back. He stole the mask that pretty much Odin has been trying to trying to create this mask, as this mask will tell you the answers of everything, of anything that you want. It will give
Yeah,
you the answers.
of creation, the answers of
Yeah,
creation. You know.
it just gives you the knowledge, because pretty much Odin's thing is that, as a mortal, you have what you can pray to gods, because you have someone to pray to. But when you're a god, you kind of don't have anyone to look up to. So it's like, why am I created, and who do I ask? What are the answers?
Exactly.
How does one stop Ragnarok? Like, he doesn't have any information, so he's trying to get this mask to like find answers, to get answers.
So a quick side
Um,
note about Odin. Odin is obsessed with information and with prophecies. He wants to know everything about everything. He wants to know about his own fate, the fate of the realms, the fate of Asgard. And so he'll do that. He'll get to that information by any means necessary: torture, manipulation, lies, killing, you name it. He's fucking done it.
it doesn't. You could be family and he
Yeah,
deny it. Like, he does not give a fuck.
he's fucked
He
over
will
his
find the
wife,
answer.
his kids, entire communities, kids, women, children. Like he's done everything you could think of for the pursuit of information.
Uh-huh. And so, by the somewhere close to near the game, Atreus is helping him find the mask, and as soon as the mask is completed, stuff goes down. Thor wants to kill Loki, kill Atreus. Atreus leaves in time and is able to capture the mask, and he tells the entire group, Kratos, Tyr, Freya, like, yo, I got the mask. I got, like, don't worry, I have it. Tyr grabs the mask and is like, okay, I think we're good. All right, let's start Ragnarok. I have a way to get to Asgard. Let me just get my stuff. And the only person that questions it is,
Brock.
cause the yeah, cause the dwarves are back into this game again, Sindri
Yes.
and Brock,
Yes.
and Brock is the only one that questions about, like, wait a minute, if you had the access to Asgard this entire time, why didn't you tell us?
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps telling him, like, don't worry, I'll explain later. Let me just get my stuff. And he's like, no, 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 no. Wait, something's wrong. And why do you have the mask? Give it back to Atreus. He's the one that, like, earned it.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts getting mad because it's like, something's wrong. Like, why do you keep calling him Loki as well? His name's
Mm-hmm.
Atreus. Like, you're the
Why do you
only
call him
person that.
Loki? You know that ain't his name.
Yeah, shut the fuck. And yeah, he's like, everyone else called him Atreus, but you're the only one that continues to call him Loki. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why? And something's up. You just quiet the entire time. You don't say anything. You don't want to do anything. But now you want to tell us that you can get to Asgard like a certain way. Like, why was it this information that you didn't tell us? Like, nothing's adding up. And as
Right.
soon as he starts getting questioning him and starts getting mad, Tyr stabs him in the heart. And um, obviously it's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, why do you do that? And if you didn't notice, he's using the kitchen knife that Tyr's always like fucking cooking with.
Yeah.
Um, he uses that to kill Brock, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, wait, what's happening? And it shows he loses the transformation, and it's obviously Odin. The entire time Odin was in disguise as Tyr. Um, which, if you look back into the game, it makes sense as to how did Odin find out about Heimdall. Like, when Heimdall
Yeah.
died, the second Atreus saw Odin, like, when he went back to Asgard, the first thing Odin told Atreus was like, so Heimdall died. And it's like, wait, how did you know that so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like, obviously in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, duh, he's probably like, the crows of the game. He's like, somehow he, like,
Yeah.
I guess somehow he was able to see it like that. But no, the way he found out was because Atreus and Kratos, like, as soon as they killed Heimdall and they came back, they told everybody, like, oh, we just killed them. We took it like trumpet and all that. And it's like
Gjallarhorn, yeah.
Tyr was there, and it's like, well, dog, they just straight just told Odin like, oh yeah, we killed them, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how he thought they would have know. That twist was so fucking, oh, it threw me off. I'm like, to this like till now, I feel so bad that Brock died, especially because
Yeah.
of the. You did the ending game part of like the ceremony of Brock, no?
No, I haven't gotten to that.
Okay, well, well, pretty much, yeah. The entire time, like Sindri is fucking like angry because it's like, um,
It's funny
it's it.
because so there's a lot going on here.
Mhm.
Brock and Sindri are kind of like your uncles, your step parents, in the sense that every time you head out for a mission, they always gift you a new gear, new tools, new
Yeah.
upgrades, and all their fucking point is, their purpose is to make sure you and Kratos are okay. And
Hmm.
this is throughout the first game, and the second game
Second
continues,
game,
but
yeah.
their bond gets tighter and tighter. Sindri and Atreus are best friends. Kratos says this many times in the game. He heavily prefers Brock over Sindri because Brock is a man like Kratos of very few words, and he's no bullshit, straight to the point, very crass.
Also, real quick, let me add, something that is found out in this game is that Brock is actually dead. Well,
Mm-hmm.
he died already before,
Yeah.
but Sindri was able to revive him back. And but just never told Brock that he like died. He kept it as a secret to him.
He
But
had some kind of accident, and he couldn't fathom the idea of living alone and letting him go, so he took him to a lake of soul or something, and he
mhm.
put him back together. But when something's broken in that way, there's gonna be a piece missing, and
Yeah,
so he
and
wasn't the same.
the issue is I find out I think Mimir says this, but the issue is that if you revive someone and they die again, like a second time, there is no afterlife. Like at least when they die the first time, there's an afterlife to go to, that that they can go to. But that if you die a second time, you just go to nothing. There is
Mm-hmm.
nothing in life after that because you die twice.
Purgatory.
Yeah. So pretty much Brock is out of, he's just out. So like when he dies, there's no such thing as revival. You already did it once.
Mm-hmm.
A second time that you can't do it anymore. It's done.
And in that moment, when he starts to lose his cool and he stabs Brock, dude, I just lost it. I gasped. I was like, what the fuck? I just couldn't believe it.
Mm,
I just the camera panned a little bit to the left so you couldn't see the transformation. He pans back. It's Odin. He's on the floor bleeding out, and I'm just shocked, shocked.
it's.
And
I was watching I was watching interviews about uh from the director Eric Williams,
hmm
because he was explaining it like in spoiler casts. I was watching interviews about it, and he said um it's kind of like, hey, have you read the book The Giving Tree?
I don't think so.
Okay, so basically the story about the Giving Tree is that every that um basically there's this kid that goes to a tree, and a tree keeps giving him stuff, like keeps giving him consistently stuff until like you could see that the tree's just getting old and it's not getting love anymore. Until like it dies, and it's like, it was just getting taken advantage of because it's just giving, and it just dies away. um the director was basically saying like they were treating Sindri like the Giving Tree. Like
Oh,
he's always there giving you like the equipment that you need, giving you stuff to get to like the portal that you need, giving you like
yeah.
your weapons upgrades or like whatever that you need. And um he's constantly giving you stuff, and helping Atreus out when he needed help.
Yeah.
um
Fucking
uh,
escorting him with two missions at midnight and shit.
Giving them that house that you use as a base. He
Yeah.
gave them that to let them into their home.
Yeah.
Um, Atreus, when he brought Tyr, he helped them bring Tyr to like their place.
hmm
So, and obviously the entire time Sindri is like scared of Kratos, scared of Atreus. Like
He
he's very nervous the
yeah,
entire time.
he's very unassuming. He's non-threatening. He's a germophobic. He's a
Hmm.
chippy, cheery guy. He's always optimistic. He's always hoping for the best in people. He sees the best in people. He doesn't see the worst in people. He sees the best, and
Yeah.
he tries to help you. He helps you get there any way he can. And so when
The second when the second that Brock dies,
man,
he's like, I what did I do?
let's talk about
Why
this.
am I?
Uh,
Oh
Shit. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no no, you
Uh,
want me to like, save it?
no, no. Well, I wanted before we get to the second half of his transformation. Let's talk about the scene real quick. That scene is like a singular scene in the entire game because when he gets stabbed, Atreus is to his left, Freya is to his right, and
Mm,
at a certain point, Freya is doing her magic to revive him, and it gets to a point where she says, "That's it. He's done." And
yeah.
and and so he's pleading Brock, like, "Please don't leave me. Like, come back. Like, I need you." And and so Freya walks away to her right. Atreus walks away to his left. The screen darkens. The focus of the camera goes solely to to the two characters, and so all you see, the screen is only comprised of no background and just Brock and Sindri. And he looks up, and oh man, like that made me really upset. Like whole that whole sequence, that scene,
Mm,
fuck, I was like tearing up. I was like, fuck,
I
like I
felt so bad
fucking
for Brock because
love
I
this
really liked
character.
Brock.
I
Yeah, I
love
liked
Brock.
Brock.
He's a lovable asshole,
Yeah.
and man, that really got to me.
Mm.
Like that,
Yeah, no,
and then
I did feel sad that Brock just
and
fucking
then he
died.
was like, "You gotta let go." He's like, "I know what you done. You gotta let go."
Mm.
And then continue. We're about the transformation, the second half.
Oh, dude. Okay, so basically, after that happens, Sindri is like, what the fuck did I do? I am giving y'all stuff consistently. I am helping you guys out. I let you guys into my home. I helped you with like tier. And what did that happen in return? I lost my brother. I lost my fam. I am alone. The guy you brought in, Atreus, he killed my brother. Like, why? Like, I just gave you everything, and you really just my brother died because of you. And the entire time, instead of being the nice person that he is, he just stands up to Kratos and he stands up to Atreus, and it's like, man, just leave me alone. Like, I want nothing to do with y'all.
He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like he's never cursed before.
Yeah, he's cursing. He's standing up to Kratos. He's standing up to Atreus, like something that he would
He's
never do. He's always like backing down. It's like no, like he's like I gave y'all everything, and in return, I lost my brother because of that.
yeah.
Yeah, so by the end of the game, he is just fucking pissed. Even as you guys need to reunite the nine realms, you ask him to get help from the dwarves, and um, in the end, when everything's going down, like they ask him like, "Hey, so what are the dwarves?" He's like, "No, I'm not doing that. Like, this is just me. I'm not gonna let like the dwarves risk their lives just because of you guys. Like, I'm not letting more people sacrifice themselves. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be the only one to do this." Um, Even at the end of the game, when you fucking like when Odin's dead and everything, um,
In the marble,
no,
his soul's in the
the
marble.
when Loki takes his soul and puts it in the marble, everyone's like, oh, we'll see what we do. But no, Sentry just comes in and it's like, no, 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 I'm getting my vengeance. He gets the marble and just smashes it in that,
And
smashes it, and it just disappears.
I was thinking about that because I'm like, why was that? Like, why was it that that Freya, who had hundreds of years of pain and torturing, and she was stripped of everything she loves, her home, her son, her environment, and so why was it that Freya didn't do it, but he did? And that's because his grief, his pain is
It's
fresh, it's recent,
recent, yeah, it's recent, yeah.
and so Kratos was somewhat indifferent. He won. He moved on. He was walking away. He wasn't trying to kill any more gods.
Yeah, that's why even with Thor, he was just like, I'm not gonna kill you. Past me would kill you, but now I'm not. That's not me. I'm not doing that anymore.
Exactly. And then Atreus was the one who like embraced that trait into him. So neither he didn't want to kill him either. Freya moved on. She was a bigger person. She walked away, and so it was really left up to him. And since that grief was so recent, he just got that fucking marble and hammered that shit with his fucking tool. That
Mm.
was it. But what
He wanted vengeance, yeah.
he wanted vengeance. So tell me what you think of. What did you think of Odin?
I at first I was kind of skeptic because um just based off like from what I've seen from Marvel and then from what I know about in general about Norse mythology, is not what I expected to look
Yeah.
at first. Fucking being bald and shit. That's not what I expect.
The
Not
little
what I
weird hat.
expected. Yeah, he had the eye patch and everything. Like yeah, but I didn't expect the eyeball and all that. The weird hat. Like his like I didn't expect him to be so kind and friendly like that. But overall I really liked Odin.
I
Um,
felt the same way. Like it, when when he came in, he had that really cool entrance and this shot that it was nothing but shadow. His how would you say? His silhouette appeared. Nothing but a silhouette. So it's like no information. So you're like, holy shit! Just all nothing but the silhouette. When the door opens, and his breath, and it's that you get that chill down your spine. Like, holy fuck, it's him. Comes in without asking, picks up his stool, puts it down, gets some mead, has his drink, and you're like, oh, okay, he's royalty. He's a god. He's a king of gods.
mm.
He's a non-assuming fucking white dude who basically will fucking kill you
He is a
slowly.
he is a really good manipulator because
Yeah,
I don't know like I guess maybe because I was playing like Atreus like and you know you're visiting Asgard with him or whatever. There's at certain points I'm like I was buying into like him being like an actual like not a good guy but like I was buying into him just being nice
like yeah,
because as you're
nice or
doing
neutral.
yeah as you're doing the mask work
Give
for
me one
him he's
sec now.
like I'm not like holding you hostage you know that right like you can just leave if you want to leave just leave. I'm not. I just want to make sure I'm not like you know. I don't want you to think that like, oh, I'm keeping you here. Or, like you're doing this work for me. Like, oh, you're doing this on your own. Like, if you like, want to leave, man, just I got you. I'll just teleport you away. And I don't want to get any problems with your dad. I don't want to like do it. Like, I just am trying to find this mask to find answers, and that's it. And there's a part of me that's like, oh, you know, this guy is like being like super legit about it. But no, the entire time he's like definitely manipulating.
Absolutely, he's really good at hiding it. That's his thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so I thought his performance, like you said at first, I didn't really buy it, but then as his actions came to shove, then I really understood his character. I was like, oh, I see what he's doing. And then obviously it really peaked at
Can
that
you hear me,
twist
my
with
friend?
Tyr. But no, but if you listen to the stories from Mimir and the scrolls and all that,
Test,
like
test,
he
test, test.
manipulated
Can
his
you hear me?
wife, his family. He's killed many people, all for knowledge. Because
Hmm.
he's ultimately insecure. He's scared. He's so nervous about his position and his power.
He's scared of the unknown. Cause
Yeah,
yeah, like I like that idea. I like that. It is true where it's like
that
um
traits in everybody.
I like that idea of mortals have gods to beg to, but as a
Yeah,
god, who do you have to beg to? It's
exactly.
just you. So he doesn't have answers. At least as a mortal, you can pray to God for answers.
Yeah,
But
that's
as a
the how.
god, who the yeah, as a god, who the hell do you pray to? I they don't know what to add. Like he doesn't know, and he wants to have knowledge. So I like that
That
I
yeah,
like that concept.
yeah,
Oh my
and
god.
it's a great angle, and so he'll go to all kinds of lengths to get the information. So I thought his character, it was a slow burn, but I really loved his character, and you can tell like he's always like bargaining for a deal. Like he's always trying to get something for nothing or something for something. Like the mask fuck for the boy or whatever. Which, by the way,
Yeah,
that
knock the
throw from
fuck out.
Atreus, hitting it in the eye of the mask, dude,
Hey,
I
Detroit,
was
can you hear me?
like, I was ecstatic about that. I was like, dude, the
Wait,
fucking
which one?
aim. When when he was making that trade, for the mask for Atreus, and he's leaving with the scarecrows, and God of War and fucking Kratos like, "Argh!" He throws a spear and it
Oh yeah,
nails
he
it to the
got the
wall
mask perfectly. Yeah, he
in the
got
eye
it.
socket.
Yeah,
I was like, the
yeah,
fucking aim. Oh my god.
he got it perfect. Yeah. I love Thor in this fucking game. I
Oh,
love
dude,
Thor
Thor is
is fucking
so good.
sick.
He's
Thor is fucking sick.
definitely my favorite character, favorite character, like in this game for sure.
Yeah, I fucking love. I am so sad that he's fucking dead. Like
Yeah,
that.
too soon.
I wanted him to live. I thought Thor was fucking cool, but
I wanted it to be like a Goku Vegeta thing, where like, oh, you're better than me, or that kind of shit. Like, I'm better than you.
I'm so sad that you did not get to experience like Heimdall like the way you're supposed to, and you got that fucking glitch. Cause I thought that boss fight was sick, but I mean,
And
you got screwed over.
that's one of my complaints of the game, because I was playing the boss fight, and my
That
lock
shit look.
on.
I saw your mod, dude. That looks so boring. It looks so anticlimactic, and he just kept walking to you.
Yeah, so the fight starts. Obviously, this is a god who can read thoughts and he can predict your actions, so he knows your every move. It's kind of like Taskmaster in that sense. And so he gets a weapon crafted for this specific guy, and it works. And you keep doing it and doing it. But in the second stage of the fight, he just started walking towards me, like strolling, like what the fuck, like it's a fucking Sunday morning, like what the like I'm a god of war. I'm trying to kill you. Why are you walking towards me?
What
And
the
then my
fuck?
lock on standing me to the right. It just felt completely off. And then I knew it was fucking bugged. I fucking knew it was bugged. And I beat the game. I read some interviews or watched some videos, and I know why it's bugged. The reason why the Heimdall fight is bugged, because the programmer who made the boss fight, this was
Mhm.
his first boss fight. The Heimdall fight was the first boss fight he's
Oh,
ever
for
coded.
real? Oh
So
shit.
this is
Okay.
why it's bugged. And this whole area, by the way, has some glitches. There is a skyline issue in which it was just really, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was just glitchy. It was just glitching out. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just flickering and that kind of thing. So that whole area was kind of fucked up for me. But the fight again, like I heard from other people, whose opinions I respect, like people on Beyond, Games Group, etc. This is their favorite boss fight, but I can't fucking say that because I didn't experience it
I
in its purest form.
I will say there's an issue with that I kind of didn't get. Like I like that, 'cause I didn't have that issue like that you did, but what I didn't like um was okay. So Heimdall is basically supposed to be the guy that can just see everything. He like yeah, he's Taskmaster. He knows your moves before you even get to do
Mm-hmm.
it. So he already knows exactly what you're thinking. He already knows, and I like that you have to use the spear for him to catch it and detonate him. And that'll like he's like what the fuck I didn't know
Right.
that was a thing.
Right.
Um, my issue with him and why I was kind of like disappointed about it was after you do that, after you like trick him and you're able to like deceive him with that, the next phase, he just like it's just a regular it's just a regular boss fight where you're just fighting. You don't have to use prediction anymore. You're just like
What?
swinging and
No
attacking.
spear?
Yeah, you don't no, you use
What?
the spear. You use the spear to attack, but you don't have to use the spear to like get him to catch it or whatever. It just like that's gone. That's gone after the first phase. After that, you just like swing like
You can use the
attacking like
axe
any
or
other
the
boss.
blades. Oh, what? That's
No, no,
so
you don't.
strange.
No. You still have to use the spear because like the spear is like
To
meant.
stun, right?
Not to like throw it at him, but the spear like the reason he created the spear was to like fight the gods because it's the only thing that'll hurt him. So you have to use the spear to like hit him, um, but you don't have to do that spear trick anymore of like make him catch it and then make it blow it up. He just turned into a regular boss, which I didn't like because it was like I like the idea that he was like Taskmaster, like that he just knows all your like your moves or whatever. I didn't like that after the first phase. I just felt like I was fighting a regular boss. You didn't have to do tricks anymore. I
That,
kind of didn't like that.
that's kind of anticlimactic. And
That's why
so
I felt anticlimactic about that. I didn't really like it.
when the concept of Heimdall was introduced to the player and to everyone, I was like, holy shit, he might be the hardest boss in the game. My mind even went so far to be like, okay, this boss fight is gonna have elements from Batman Arkham City with Mr. Freeze. So you're gonna every time you
Yeah,
fight
to me,
him,
yeah.
you're gonna have to use
Dude, that
and
fight was fucking
it's
sick,
like the
dude.
probably arguably the best boss fight in Arkham City. And
I
so
loved it.
my mind was like, oh, this is gonna be Santa Monica's take on that. And then to have it glitched out the entire fight. He's just fucking strolling Sunday morning, dude. It's Sunday morning for him. I'm just fucking spearing him in the eye. Like,
Actually
come
fucking
on. I was
Yeah.
so disappointed.
when I seen your model, I was like, damn, this fight
I
looks so
I
bad.
was robbed.
Yeah, you were robbed.
Like
You were definitely robbed.
I appreciate his first. I don't know. I don't even know the programmer's name, but I appreciate his first attempt. It's a great idea, but I think you could take some creative feedback and all that.
Hmm. But yeah, but basically all good performances. You know what? At first, I wasn't a fan of controlling Atreus. At first, I didn't know if like, cause I mean, I'm playing God of War to play Kratos. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
playing to play Atreus. I don't want to play that. But as I played him more, I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't mind playing Atreus. It's not the worst thing. It's
Right.
not like you played Spider-Man, right?
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. It's not like Spider-Man where it's like you're controlling Mary Jane or you're controlling
Oh,
Miles Morales. Cause I'm like the worst part about Spider-Man, the first one
Mary Jane.
was when you had to control Mary Jane and you had
Not
to
because she's a
control Miles.
woman.
Shut the fuck up. Well, it's not 'cause, the issue with it was when you control Mary Jane or Miles Morales was because the game turned into a stealth mission. And it's just like I don't know. I play like I'm over here trying to swing around like fucking Spider Man and like you know um just like go around attack people like be Spider Man. I don't like
Right.
I didn't like that the game turned into like all right now it's a stealth mission. I can't really do anything. I have to like sneak around these guards. And it's
Yeah.
like damn. It just felt like I'm like I really did not like it. Like a lot of the time when you controlled Mary Jane or like Miles Morales, the only thing that was going through my mind was like damn. This could have been a cutscene. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm playing this. Like it just felt so
Yeah.
bad.
For
Atreus, I
me,
felt like Atreus, I felt like I'm like okay, you know what? I'm like at first I was like iffy about it, but then as you control it more, I'm like okay, it's not the worst thing. Like it's not like it doesn't take that much part. It's not I wouldn't say it's 50-50 on like controlling Atreus and controlling Kratos. I still think you control Kratos more in this game than Atreus, but
it's
uh
you definitely you play like Atreus like 30%, something like that.
yeah, maybe like 30%. Yeah, so you still control Kratos for the most part. So not really an issue for me. The trade level, I was expecting to like dislike it, but no, I think we're okay.
I loved it.
Honestly.
It was a welcome change of pace, and in many ways.
Mm.
But what do you think of controlling Kratos overall? I'm sorry, Kratos of Atreus.
Um, I like how fast he is compared to Kratos. Kratos feels like a much more heavy hitter but slower, while Atreus felt like he had way more speed. So they were different in their own ways. I like controlling Atreus. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, me too. So we've covered the main beats of
I
stories
do
and
hope I do hope in the future if they do continue I'm pretty sure they're gonna continue God of War, but if
yeah,
they
God of
I
Atreus.
I I do hope that they don't turn the game into like hey, you know what, let's make the games 50-50 Kratos and Atreus,
Oh,
or let's make the game fucking like let's add Atreus even more. I hope they don't do that. I still like play God of War to play Kratos. I don't really like play for Atreus,
unless they do like a Lost Legacy kind of thing.
that's the only thing I'll say. Yeah.
So we covered most of the story beats in this game. We covered the intro. We covered like the first third, the middle point. We covered a little bit of the ending.
Hmm.
So let's talk about the final like scene in the base game. So this is a scene where Kratos finds one more mural, and it's basically remind me what it shows again.
Oh, okay, so basically the end mural, I had to look it up too just to like make sure like I was understanding it correctly. But when he looks at the mural and he looks behind it, he sees that he is being praised as a god.
Yeah, he's
It's
worshipped.
something. It's he's being worshipped, and to him, it's like out of all the things, I've never expected people to actually like worship me as a god. It's like that's not something that I was expecting. Um, so His ending is pretty much he tells Freya and Mimir that we got other stuff to complete, but it's just trying to show that now Kratos is seen as a respected god, which is like something he never expected to see.
Yeah, he started off in the first games like killing communities. He killed his wife, his first child, and that started the whole rage thing. And so going to this is a
Hmm.
full going full circle, and he this is everything he's ever wanted, just peaceful life, just quiet. And now he's being praised, and he did he did work in 2 games, and now he's kind of seeing some of those results, and he is just it's so overwhelming to him that he just starts to break down, which we never seen because this guy he's always in the center, he's always stoic, few words, and now we see him like he's breaking down, like he couldn't fucking believe it,
Hmm.
and this is after saying goodbye to his son, who basically tells him like, hey, I need to fucking go, and I have something I need to do for my people, I need to find my people, and I
And
need to
yeah,
do it alone.
Kratos tells them like, "Are you nervous?" They're like, "Honestly, yeah." You're like, "Okay, then that's how you know you have to do it. Then if you care about it that much, then yeah."
And then he leaves, and even then like he's still stoic, he's like, okay, like I did the right thing, but we've never seen him like this, like there's been
Oh my
moments.
God, when I was seeing Kratos tear up, I was like, "Holy shit,
Yeah,
dude!"
dude,
I did not expect that. I never expected to see Kratos like starting to tear up.
like Kratos, his entire arc from 2018 to Ragnarok is crazy because the relationship was just so different. Then he didn't even call him by name, he's like, boy, that's the whole game.
Oh, you know what? I had to look it up because because the director was saying it. Part of the reason they had called them boy was not only to like because
It's
uh
demeaning, it's like derivative, it's like calling you by like it's like a disrespectful way of referring to you, you know?
no, not just that, but the reason they were calling him boy was because they didn't have a name for it, like for Atreus at the time.
What? Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they didn't have a name for him. So at during the time, so they were like, "What the fuck do we call him?" Like, we're already making a majority of the game. That's why they were like, "Oh, I just call him boy," and that's part of the reason for it. But
And it
it's also
worked.
and obviously for story reason, it was because he's just a kid and Trace. I mean, Kratos just sees him like as a child. So,
Incapable.
uh,
He's always behind you. And then in
mm,
this game, he scouts ahead of you. He doesn't he can climb by himself. He's proficient. He does
he's able to
combos.
yeah, he's able to transform now. He's able to control his magic better.
He leads a
So
hunt after the death of
mhm.
Sindri.
He's able to come at summon spirits like
Eh,
the wolf, the eagles,
the bear,
whatever.
the bear, and
The bear,
he starts to
yeah.
come into his own, and he of course has always had the ability to be empathetic to creatures and understand them and communicate,
Mm.
but that's brought even farther now. And so he's so Atreus come such a long way. Kratos came such a long way. He's been open. He communicates more. He speaks more. Even even for him, it's still very minimal speaking for like a typical character, typical protagonist. But it's still for Kratos, it's a lot, and he shows concern. Not a he's in a way he's emotionally unavailable, but he shows his love through his actions, and that's caring for him. That's mentoring him. That's telling him the truth, whether he wants to hear it or not.
Hmm.
And then Ragnarok.
There's some really good lines in this game, where it's like, Kratos for the first time you hear him apologize
Oh, dude, that's a powerful
to
scene, dude.
and he tells them like, "I'm so sorry," and he tells them like, "Don't be sorry, be better." I thought that was really cool. That was a good reference to
Yeah, the
to
first game.
the first game. And there's a lot of good lines. I liked when Kratos was like, um, uh, not just that, but when Freya and Mimir are like sledding, and I think it's Mimir that told them like, "You're not afraid of death, huh?" And he's like, no, I'm not like Tess can have me when it earns me.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah.
dude,
I was
so
like, dude,
good, so
I was like,
good,
dude,
man.
that's such a manly line.
Fuck,
Tess can have me when it earns me. Fuck.
so good.
I know people always quote that, but it's like, dude, it's so good. That's such a good line. Oh my
I've
God.
never heard that before. Like, man,
Yeah, it's gotta earn
these
me
writers,
first.
man,
Like,
these
you know,
writers are fucking pros.
that shit is fucking fire. But yeah.
There's something that Mimir said to Kratos early on that stuck with me. He says, how does he say it? He says to Kratos, he's like, brother. He's like, you know what he is like, brother. He's like,
Brother,
he's like,
brother.
do you intend to, if you intend on walking with a of walking with Atreus, I'm fucking butchering the line, but he basically says, if you intend to keep Atreus with you, walk with him instead of like against him or something like that.
Yeah.
Such a
Hmm.
great line. I butchered it, but it's so good. But that scene in which he apologized for the first time, man, it's such a powerful scene. Like it really like it moved me because in a way Atreus has a troubled parent. A lot of people have troubled parents, and some of them are
Hmm.
worse than others. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to apologize for the behavior, and they're not going to change. That's
Yeah.
just like reconciliation is
Hmm.
a luxury in real life. Most people don't even have the luxury. Some people don't even have fucking parents.
Hmm.
And sometimes when they do, they like, especially being Hispanic, like we have very hard-headed parents that are very much in their ways, and they don't want to have new ideas, new thought processes, and so they're not gonna apologize like Kratos apologized to Atreus. So having Atreus receive an apology, acknowledge it, and make up, that's such a powerful thing because most people don't feel seen or heard in that way.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah. I was just showed like a maturity for Kratos. I really like that, and I liked in general. It was just like um they kind of like both help each other out. Atreus needs someone to like guide him and to like understand, because he is a god. He needs someone to like help him, like, understand that what it means to be a god. So Kratos is there to teach him, and then Atreus is there to teach Kratos to, like, you know what, I should not be a monster, because it's like I should like not be as strict, because I am a monster, but I have to be there for Atreus. I can't. I need to be better. I can't like, be the person that I was before.
Yeah.
So it's like cool that they both help each other out in that way.
Yeah, he's got to be able to cause harm when needed, but when it's necessary, not when it's just an option.
Yeah.
So like both of their arcs come in full circle perfectly. You know, the moments in which they make up and they like have respect for each other, they compliment each other, their
Hmm.
goodbyes, like it's just very powerful. Just man, I've never played a game that has made me like has moved me so much more than this game. Like even like the Telltale games, like that last part with Lee, like that almost brought me to tears. This game almost brought me to tears. Like it's just man, just so many great moments in this game, especially since I'm a guy, I have a father. There's more relation there than
Hmm.
like Clementine and Lee because that's a daughter to a father figure, and I can't relate to that 100%.
Hmm.
But to this, I can.
So yeah. Do you want to give score review on this or no?
Yeah, let's bring it home. So overall, considering the beginning, middle, end, gameplay, story, perspective, character arcs, I got to give this game a 9 out of 10 because well, first of
Yeah.
all, I can't give it a perfect score because the glitches and the bugs. So automatically, I can't give it a perfect score. I can't recommend this game at a 10 out of 10 level in good faith, knowing what I've seen. So 9 out of 10, but still, it's an absolute must play. Those glitches, those bugs will get ironed out in time. And yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
dude.
absolute must play.
Every time I turn on this fucking game, I swear there's always like a new update.
Yeah,
So
there's been like four or
they're
five.
definitely they're definitely yeah, like 4 or 5. So they're definitely like fixing it along the way. Yeah.
Absolute must play. You like God of War 2018, you're gonna like this. So
Uh, I don't agree with other people saying that this is a 10 out of 10, and it's solely for the reason that I fucking hate that
The
this game
puzzles.
sometimes like. Yeah, I just hate that the game it's just holding your hand like sometimes. Like when you play this game, you're on the like. Well, I mean, you heard the whole spoiler,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure you already played it. But I do hope in the future, um, if they do end up making another God of War, so, but like I'm pretty sure they will. But
Yeah. In some capacity.
um, yeah, they go do something. But I do hope in the future if they when they create another God of War to just like keep the dialogue. I love the dialogue and everything. I love Mimir,
Ah,
but just
Mimir.
just make sure that when it comes to puzzles, give us the option to like turn it off or just don't have the person talk like Uncharted.
Make the
When,
puzzle
when I
side
used to
missions.
do when I had played Uncharted, they would give you hints, but like 20 minutes or something like along like after a while
It
they would give you a hint. It wouldn't be like this
also
bad.
also that game had a hint button,
Yeah, it had a hint button too.
so it
Yeah,
was
exactly.
completely optional. So it was like at your own pace.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd want that. So in the future, as an improvement, I would want that. But overall, I would agree with you. I think this is a 9 out of 10. I really liked how the game wrapped up. I felt like maybe the ending was a little too fast, like when Ragnarok was happening or whatever. But I feel like that's just me being like nitpicky.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the ending. I
Yeah.
feel like I was satisfied, and after the game's done, there's still side missions to do that, like explain, that continue the story a little bit more, which is really cool. So you definitely get your money's worth from buying this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
replay value.
so that'll do it for this episode of the Gaming for Fools number 14. We're in the teens now. We're ovulating. We're producing sperm. So that'll be it.
Shut up.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Eric, you can find him on Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, Black People Meet, at
Farmers only.
Farmers Only, at Night Slash with a one instead of
Swipe
the I.
me.
Swipe
Please
him to the
swipe.
right. Eric needs to dump some loads, and you'll find him there. I'm Pliskin Plays on everything. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next time, on the next podcast. And yeah, take care. Keep gaming.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye
That's it,
now.
man.